everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Sing for Alexa Saturday. This week we are so incredibly lucky to have Gabriella with us, who is Dawn in the Waitress.
Hi everyone, I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for having me. Yay!
Of course, we're so thankful to have you here with us today. Okay, so basically how this is going to work is we're going to start off with just me and Gabriella introducing ourselves, telling you a little bit about ourselves in case you don't know. We'll be able to answer a couple questions. And then we have three amazing singers who are each going to sing for us, and Gabriella and I are going to critique them. And then after that, the masterclass will officially end right at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But if you'd like to stick around, there's going to be a really fun musical theater Kahoot that we do each week. And the winner gets a free video chat with me. And I will also be announcing the winner of the giveaway for the Dear Evan Hansen Easy Piano Book. Okay, so I guess I'll start off. Hi, I'm Alexa. I assume you probably know a little bit about me if you're here, but just in case you just kind of found my channel and now are joining this. Hi, I'm Alexa. I'm a 19-year-old singer, actress, songwriter, and comedian. And I've been performing ever since I was a little girl with my family up on the bandstand because I come from a very musical family. And growing up, I just really loved singing. I didn't take my first official professional singing lesson until I was 13 years old. Completely fell in love with it. From there, I pretty much just stuck with singing, but then in middle school was when I got to be in my first shows, and then I was like, wait, you can combine singing with acting, and then you just get this like explosion of craziness. So then musical theater kind of became my thing, and I went to a high school, the Performing Arts, where I got to major in acting, minor in dance and voice. And while I was there, I joined so many pre-college conservatory things. I did Juilliard's pre-college program where I got to train with the head of their classical voice teachers. And then I did Rutgers Musical Theater Academy with Mason Gross, and I did Westminster Choir College's program, and I did Paper Mill Playhouse's summer conservatory, so a lot. And by the time I finished high school and was ready to apply for college, I almost felt as though I'd gone through a conservatory style type form of learning. So now for college, I really wanted to get more into writing my own material and just diving a bit more into music and everything that it takes to actually put on a production from a viewpoint other than just standing on the stage and singing. So that's what I'm studying currently at Ithaca College. I'm a BMO major, Bachelor of Music with an outside field in theater arts. And that's all about me. So now I'm going to let Gabriella tell you a little bit about herself.
That is awesome, Alexa. Thank you for sharing. I did not know any of that. That's incredible. Hi, can everyone hear me okay? I just want to make sure. I'm Gabriella. Hi. I am from Chicago. I have been living in New York the past 6 years. Being a performer, doing the thing, and then I was Dawn this past year in the National Tour of Waitress. Dreams come true, never give up, all that good stuff. I started kind of the same as you, Alexa. I loved to sing when I was little. I was super, super shy. I would write scripts, and I had my mom's big camcorder that had it wasn't even DVDs. It was thick cassette tapes that I would write scripts for my Barbies and film. I had a soap opera called Average, and it was starring the Mary-Kate Olsen Barbie doll, and just things like that. And then I was always behind the scenes. And then my dad convinced me to audition for my 5th grade talent show by buying me the Daphne Barbie doll from the Scooby-Doo franchise, because the Scooby-Doo movies were out then. So a Barbie doll is the reason why I'm here, essentially. So after that, I just got bit by the bug. I did my first musical ever that next year at my middle school, Schoolhouse Rock Live Junior. And then after that, I was one of those kids who was in 3 musicals at a time. You know how it goes. Community theater. I ended up going to a performing arts high school as well, and I majored in musical theater there. And I'm back there now helping out teaching, the same program I went to, which is awesome. And then I went to Webster University for just a semester. And then I just realized I didn't want to be there anymore. And that is totally okay. And then I took a gap year, which is I recommend that to anyone. It's the best thing I could have done. Then I went to Cap 21 in New York City. And then that's where I met Bailey McCall, actually, who plays Jenna in the Waitress tour. We actually went to school together. She was the year above me. And then, I've just been, hitting the ground running in New York and finally, you know, dreams come true. Booked on, then my dream got taken away, and here we are. But I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so excited to hear everyone sing. And thanks for watching, y'all. Yeah, happy to be here.
I fully screamed and ran around the house when you and Bailey duetted my video. It was the most insane thing ever.
Oh my, that was so sweet. I saw it on like, someone had tagged me, like one of the fans had tagged me in the video, and it was like the beginning of quarantine, and I was like, of course, like, why wouldn't I do this? But it took like 8 takes because I'm like a grandma still when it comes to TikTok. I don't know how it works. I don't even, like, I don't understand the style. Like, I don't get it. So like, I posted it at first, and then like the sound just sounded so bad. You know how like if you don't like adjust the volume when you duet with someone, then it's like just like so like crazy. But I'm glad it worked out. I did have an eye booger in my eye the whole time. I realized like 2 months ago when I was watching the video. And I was like, so on brand for me. It's fine. It's fine.
I love it. I also have to say, is that a dress or a jumpsuit?
Oh, tis a dress.
Oh, I have a jumpsuit that looks exactly like that. And if it was a jumpsuit, I was about to freak out because I have like one that literally looks the exact same.
Yeah, we should have coordinated.
I know. Oh, next time. Okay, so now we are going to turn to the audience. If you guys have any questions for us, you can actually just wave your hands as opposed to just doing it digitally. And Gabriella, if you want to go ahead and unmute someone, just make sure you say their name so they know who you're talking about, and then unmute them. Try to stick to one question and try to keep it short if you guys can, just so that we could get to as many people as possible.
Cool. Okay, let's see. Anyone have a question? I'm flipping. Michaela. Let's see. How do I unmute?
Oh, here, I can do it. I got it.
Okay,
Unmuted.
yeah, sorry, a little challenge.
Hello.
Hi.
Gabby, what was your favorite memory from Waitress?
Oh my gosh. So many things just came to mind. I want to say, you know what? I'm so glad Brian's not here. He'd be so mad at me. There was a show where Brian, and this was like, y'all, when you do a show 8 times a week, you start to go a little bit crazy because like you think and it is fun, don't get me wrong, but like you start to go crazy because you're doing the same thing every single night. So this was like towards the end of our run before Corona took us away. But you know how right after Soft Place, like Jenna, you know, she's hiding the money, and then it's the transition to Ogie getting in the diner, and so Ogie's getting rolled on stage left on a table, and then I'm rolling in like the silverware cart, and so like there's that beautiful cross moment on stage when like I clock it's him, and then I bump into the piano, and so that happened. But I noticed there was something different about him. I was like, he looks naked. Like there's something weird about this. And then I go about like, you know, the counter, like all like the like, you know, all the weird, like funny stuff I do. And then I'm like, wait, I can't hear him. And then I look up, like, you know, like when she like looks up, like from the menus, I look up in character, but he's not wearing his microphone. He does not have his microphone on. And so in my mind, I'm like, okay, yes, and what do we do? What do I do? Okay, do I like just for the number, like, do I like hold him? Am I by his side the whole time so he can sing in my microphone? Because you can't sing Never Getting Rid of Me without a microphone. Like it was just about to be a total disaster dumpster fire. And so we like get to the scene of like, you know, when I go up and I'm like, hello, good morning, hello, can I take your order? And I'm just like kind of leaning into him. I'm like, hello, good morning, hello, can I take your order? And it just like is so not the character. And we're both just like looking at, and he's like confused because he's like, what's wrong? But I'm like trying to communicate with my eyes. I'm like, don't have your microphone on. And then the show just like stopped, thankfully, because the number was about to start. And we were all just like looking at each other in character, but we were like as the ensemble, we're like, how do we support Brian right now? What could we possibly do? Do I rip off my microphone and give it to him? So they stopped the show, and like it was really funny. But that was like one of my favorite memories because we were all just so tired, and like he did get fined because like that's what happens. You get $20 fines when stuff like that happens. But it was just like a who cares kind of moment because it was just so funny to all of us. And like nothing bad happened. The audience kind of like got a kick out of it, but I would say that's one of my favorite memories. Whenever something like that happens, it's really funny.
I didn't know they fine you.
Oh yeah. Like if and like the prop people, if they like forget, like, I mean, there's so many times like in Soft Place where there was no milk, like, you know, so pure, so electric, where I just had to like take this empty thing. I'm like, okay, like, yes, and there's nothing in here, but I have to do it. $20. Like, you miss a cue, 20, like, even if the audience can't notice, usually they're chill about it. But yeah, like, you know, it's a big budget show, and if the audience goes away remembering something different about it, that's not, you know, what happens every night, that's on us. So yeah, it's not all fun and games, kiddos. Not just you, Alexa, kiddo.
Wow. Okay. We'll do one more really quick question. I'll pick the person this time. Wow, we have 4 slides of people, so that's really amazing. Let's unmute Curtis Nethington. Hi. Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I love your music background.
Oh, thank you. And it's actually A Million Dreams from The Greatest Showman. That's what that music is.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Best movie ever. Gabriella, what was your favorite part of being in a different city every night and kind of getting that different feel of an audience?
Oh my gosh, it's like my favorite thing ever. I realized I love traveling. I never really like traveled before this year. It's so cool just to see the different energy of each town, because every single community that comes to the shows, like from each town, brings a different energy. And the stage door is just my absolute favorite part of the show in general. So each town, like, there was always someone at the stage door. There was always someone who had a special connection to Waitress. And it's just so cool to go to each city around North America, not even just the US, but North America, and just have a connection with everyone who sees the show. And all the food. I love food. I love snacks. I love snacking. And I just had like the yummiest cuisine this year. And the weather, like the different weather. And I got to go like to Banff, in Canada. And yeah, I would just say all the different environments and people that you come across, and sharing this awesome story with everyone. That was my favorite part for sure.
Great question. Okay, so we're going to get into the singers now. Before I do that, just a couple of Zoom things in case maybe this is your first time using the application. First thing being is that you can, at the top right of your screen, if you're on a computer that is, I'm not sure where it is on your phone, probably somewhere at the bottom, you can switch between speaker view and gallery view. At the top right of your screen, there's something that says gallery view or speaker view. By clicking that, for gallery view, you see everyone in like a big kind of montage here, everyone who's on the Zoom. Whereas if you go to speaker view, it only shows you the person that Zoom detects as speaking on your screen. I will be spotlighting the videos of all the singers while they sing, so if you're still not really sure how to do that, at least you'll have them on your screen. I've also set the chat settings to where every single chat that gets sent just automatically just goes to me as the host. I'll check it from time to time, but not too much. Basically, the settings are just like that so that we don't have things constantly popping up on the screen while people are performing, because it can get a little bit distracting. Yeah, okay, those are the 2 announcements. So without further ado, we're gonna get started with our first singer, Onallee. Hello, I'm going to unmute you. How are you doing?
Good. Sorry, I had to move my computer up.
You're all good. So for each singer, first I would love for you to, of course, just introduce yourself, anything you want to tell us just about yourself. And then if you could introduce the song that you're singing, just give us a little synopsis of the show. It could just be one sentence of, you know, like, when he sees me, she's, I don't know, however you describe it in like one sentence, exactly. Just really quickly about, you know, where the song kind of comes into the show so we have like an idea about it. And then whenever you feel ready, you can begin. So Onallee, I'm gonna spotlight your video.
All right. Hi, I'm Onallee. I'm 24 years old. I'm from Washington. And I am a teacher. I've just been using TikTok in my free time. I'm actually going to be singing more of an independent piece because I don't think the show's actually been done, but it's called How to Return Home. It's by Kerrigan and Loudermilk. And so because of it being an independent piece, I kind of just pull from personal stuff. And so I actually kind of took inspiration with this song, pulling from my experience. My dad had a stroke, a really bad stroke, like almost 3 years ago now, and is currently not living at home. And so I kind of used that as inspiration for like after that happened, when I first went back home. what that kind of was like. So that's that. Let me make sure this is all turned up. Okay. That is not loud enough. What is happening?
Yeah, if you guys also want to do sound checks, that's totally fine. If you want to play
There we
along
go.
or just sing along just to make sure the volume's right.
All right, got it. Your bare feet sliding on the old wooden floorboards. Home just as you left it, but still you're shaken, like walking into a museum somehow, out of time. It's all the same except the girl in the hallway, where she's been and who she will ripen into. Your childhood's on the other side of a sprawling divide. Too wide, take a silent breath, hold in the change, tell yourself you still live here, take your bags upstairs, it's the only way you'll get through today. Take a shower, wash yourself away. The house is pulsing with an alien heartbeat. Was it always here, but you never listened? It's calling you to be the girl that you were way back then. Again, take a silent breath, hold in the change, tell yourself you still live here, take your bags upstairs, put away your clothes, take it nice and slow, be the daughter, nothing's harder when nobody knows. How to return home, how to return home, and how to survive. There's no written guidelines. How to go back, how to show up and unpack, how to show up, how to grow up, how to take a take a silent breath, hold in the change, tell yourself you still live here, take your bags upstairs, you still share a name, but you're not the same, you don't hide it, you don't fight it, it's a whole new game of how to return home, how to return home, how to return home, how to return home. Your bare feet sliding on the old wooden floorboards, home just as you left it, but still you're shaken. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I said oh my gosh, and then I realized I was good. Wow.
Wow.
I also want to make it a point that Onallee told me it's 10 a.m. where she is, or at least now like 10:22. So that is insane. Insane. I chills throughout that entire thing. You are so incredibly talented. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to start with all the singers. I'm going to start first with a little bit of feedback, mostly just vocal things, because that's mostly like what I've trained in. And then I'll hand it over to Gabrielle for anything she wants to workshop or acting wise, anything like that. So your voice is fantastic. I mean, and you couldn't see it, but I had so many people just messaging me like, oh my gosh, she's amazing. Oh my gosh, like her voice, it's insane. You are so talented. Just the freedom that you give your voice to just be and live is so amazing and so impactful. When you knew that there were places coming up where you'd have to really kind of like almost like park and bark it, you were taking these really nice deep breaths that I think maybe you could have utilized a bit more in the beginning as well, which totally get it. You know, when we're in it and we're really in it, which I saw you were, one of the last things we're really thinking about is like breath. But I think especially in the beginning for because this song almost has like a wave-like feel to it. I almost felt like really like this beautiful push and pull that it has to it. And I think that, you know, because a line might start off gentle and then it goes somewhere, just making sure that we're really preparing it so that we have enough energy to really make it through the line, which you were. But because I saw the breath, but then I was like, oh wait, no, okay, she obviously knows what she's doing when it gets to these bigger places where you really have to start thinking about breath, or else you're not going to get, you know, the power that you need behind it. I would also love for you to think about this song, maybe even just listening to it without the singing, because I love to do this with my pieces because since it is musical theater, you know, the music is there to help guide us and to help further express what we're kind of unable to just say with the words. So even just in listening to it and hearing where it swells and where it grows and then when it, you know, releases. And I think that in going back in this and even just listening to it without singing with it, can maybe help you find a couple places where you could give a little more or even back off a little bit more, and even through that find where, you know, where the climax of the song was, because I saw you go on this journey, but I think that there were a couple places where you could have decided to make it a bit more clear from when, you know, when that energy really got built and built and built. And I think maybe, but God, I can't speak right now. Maybe by going back and re-listening to the music, it'll be a bit more clear as to when that happens and then when she relaxes. Yeah. Because, you know, there were a couple places where you were really giving it your all, and then there was this section, this musical interlude, where, you know, the person who wrote this song didn't just do it for no reason. There's some reason why she's belting her face off, and then she stops and there's this music that happens there. What exactly is she feeling? Why did they make it where all of a sudden she couldn't go on anymore? You know, really thinking about all that and acting through the song, which I think you did, but I think that by going back and really understanding where the growth is in the song and really making sure that like each beat is there can just like further help make it a bit more clear.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass it along to Gabriella now, but fantastic job. It was
Thank you.
Yes. Oh my gosh. First of all, the vibrato is so fluttery, so free. I am such a sucker for that. I am in love with your voice. And thank you for sharing that about your father. I am so incredibly sorry to hear that. I hope that things are better now, but oh my gosh, I could absolutely tell your personal connection to this song. And that is, I mean, what you explained before, and you know, you're a teacher, so you know this. It's when, you know, we don't have enough context for what the song is about or what the character's singing, we have to take parts of ourselves. We have to substitute. And that was so incredibly clear without it crossing any lines, without it being too much of you know, not that it'd be bad if it was just you, but that's the beauty of performing like this, is half of it is you and then half of it is this other person that you curate based on these emotions you feel. And I agree with Alexa with like the swelling and then going with the music. I would like to go, I'm guessing it's the bridge. It's like the climax of the song where do you go like, ah, or something like that? Like,
and how to survive, that part?
I think so, yeah. And then like, yeah, with that big note that she like belts and then like she just stops. Yes, because I thought the same thing where, and obviously it's emotional too. So, and Alexa's right, there's a reason why they wrote that whole thing. She's belting her face off and then she just stops and there's that musical interlude. I saw you go through that. You were, yeah, your hands were on your forehead. You were breathing and then you kept going. And that's after. And I'm like familiar with this song, but not like, you know, like the back of my hand. But after that, it goes to like, what's like the end, like, she's like, home, home, or something like that. Is that like kind of, sorry, I'm like.
It's okay. After take a holding the chin, take it back upstairs.
Yeah. And it's like it's like going into the end. It's like
You don't
hold it like the same.
you don't fight it, you don't hide it. It's a
Mhm.
whole new game of how to return home, how to return home.
Yes. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you're saying
And then it goes into how to return home. Yeah.
Yes. I would be really interested in that part, especially because going with the music, it was like still swelling at that part. And the beginning is like you perfectly orchestrated it. And then it gets super intense. And then it falls off. And then I feel like the rest of the song is like that push-pull of like that calmness, like, yes, I just returned home, like, do I belong here? And then also like the chaotic, like, do I belong here? Like nothing is the same. And so to me, like the music, I would be interested in going back and hearing just more emotion in the how to return home, and letting it like decrescendo. I imagine that like the character is going through like two opposite things. And so, and I would be curious in letting it like decrescendo from like the big bridge part, the part that I just asked about, and then going all the way to the end, like fighting with her emotions, fighting to get like reach that calm place at the end of the song. But I would want to see, going with the music, like more of a fight to get there without revealing too much emotionally. I don't know if I'm making complete sense. Alexa, do we have time for her to try like a second of this? It's okay if we don't.
Yeah, and there's cushion time at the end with the Kahoot, so we're good.
Oh, cool, great. Can we just go to and I don't know if you'll be able to find this easy in the music, like right before like the bridge part, just going all the way to the end.
So like before the instrumental.
Yes, yeah. Is there an easy way to like go into that?
Let's see.
Climax. I want you to play with the intensity of it, because she sings this big open ah vowel note. Ah vowels, we know, are like the meanest things ever. Like I can't even do it right now because my voice is just like not prepared. Like the Adina Menzel that thing. It's so hard to belt that. There's a reason why like it's an open like vowel. It's vulnerable. It's a cry for help. And so like use that as a reason for like why she stops singing, and then why do you start singing again. And I want you to play with like the push and pull of like, you're happy to be home, but do you still belong here? And then however else you can personalize that. So one thing I want you to think about is like more of the push pull, and it's going from a crescendo and then you're decrescendoing, but how long can you make that decrescendo last, like till the end of the song? I'm going to give you that, and then interpret it however else you want. I want you to be confident with like letting your voice be big in moments when it can be big, and then letting it be really soft in moments it can be really soft, which you were doing that. I just want it even more now. I'm giving you permission to go even farther.
Okay.
So let's see what happens.
And how to survive. There's no written guidelines. How to go back, how to show up and unpack. How to show up, how to grow up. How to take a
Yes, keep going, but yes.
Take a silent breath, hold in the change, tell yourself you still live here. Take your bags upstairs, you still share a name, but you're not the same. You don't hide it, it's a whole new game of how to return home, how to return home, how to return home. better?
Oh my
Take a big, deep breath. This is how I make my students end every song. Big, deep breath after you're done singing. It's a gift for you, the performer, period. End of the sentence. You're done. You said what you had to say. Then the audience, they can let that go with you. How did that feel?
It felt good.
Yes. I think it's so much more powerful, like when it's like not everything is belted and then not everything is like super quiet. So, like obviously, but I loved the complete like 180 difference between, oh my God, you went for that. What note are you belting? What word are you belting? Is it? Yeah. You let that go, that ah vowel, and just the vibrato flew out, giving you permission to literally, like, if you were to take away the music in that moment, that character is literally yelling. She's literally crying for help. Like, that's the most human thing ever. It was beautiful. And then you really milked that day crescendo. And I loved, like, the last, like, How to Return Home, that, like, you stretched it out where it was, like, bigger, and then it was, like, home. Whatever, and then like before like that last verse, exactly, and it swelled with the music, and you literally like you took your voice back the second the music went back too, and just like chills everywhere. Oh my gosh, fantastic. Keep this song forever, do the song forever, put this song on the internet. You should record yourself doing this and put it on the internet. Also, sing everything Lindsay Mendez has ever sung. Hear that all the time, but like voice twins.
Thank you.
Fantastic job.
So incredible. So let me ask you, do you have any accounts that you'd like to shout out? Where can we hear your voice again?
You can hear me on TikTok. My @ is bound4the stage. I post musical theater content on there. I'm also currently on Showstoppers Season 1, which is the like thing that one of the creators on TikTok is doing. So you can catch that too. So.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your
Thank you.
with us. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. We got our next singer, Rebecca. I see you right here. I'm going to unmute you. Hi.
I'm Rebecca. Huh?
Well, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. So I am 26 years old. I have autism spectrum disorder, and it is my goal in life because I'm an actress. I've been a professional actress for about 10 years now, and I just graduated this February from the American Musical and Dramatic Academy from their LA campus, where I got my bachelor's degree in acting. I've done musical theater, but I've never had like voice lessons or anything like that. So this is a first for me. And today I'm going to be singing a song from the TV show Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, which is a musical theater TV show by Rachel Bloom, who is my idol. If the day I meet her, I will explode from happiness. And this particular song is called Face Your Fears. It is from season 1, episode 3, and it is sung by the character Paula, and she is basically trying to tell Rebecca, not me, but Rebecca in the show, to face her fears and host a party. And Paula is not good at telling people how to face their fears, so it's more of a comedy song. Is it okay if I do a quick like sound test for it to make sure that, can you guys let me know if this is too loud at all?
Got it.
Oh, it's not connected. It would help if it was connected. The speakers. I hooked up a whole speaker for this.
Oh, you're all good. Take your time.
Okay, here we go. Tell me if this is too loud for you guys. Is that too loud?
No, it's good. You're good.
Okay. I used to be afraid of so much in this world. I tiptoe through each day like some frightened little girl. Then one day I realized I can't just run and hide from life. So someone pulls a gun on me, I pull out my knife. Sit on my lap. Face your fears, stare them down. Don't be scared, set your ground. 'Cause nothing is as scary as it appears. All you gotta do is face your fears. If a bear runs at you in the woods, don't run away. Look it deep in the eyes, put your hand on its chest and say, "Bear, I'm not afraid." If you're in a burning building and smoke is everywhere, keep calm, take a deep breath and stay right there. Face your fears, run with scissors. 'Cause you can fly, yes you can fly. Fly out of a window, fly off a building. Just believe in yourself, face your fears. 'Cause the children are the future. Face your fears. Follow your dreams. Stare at the sun. Lay in the street. If you're scared of bees, get stung. Reach for the stars. Face your fears. Face your fears. Join the Marines. Swim right after reading. 'Cause you are amazing. Fight back to front. Drop out of school. All you gotta do is face your
Amazing job. I keep forgetting to unmute myself. Okay. Oh my gosh, Rebecca, I love that song and you do it so incredibly well. Oh my gosh,
Give me while I happy stim right now. So.
I love it. Oh my gosh, I've never heard of that song before. I don't know why, because it's like my new favorite song.
Go watch the show. Honestly, watch Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. All 4 seasons are on Netflix, and all the music is written by Rachel Bloom, and she is a goddess. I guarantee if you like that song, you will love the rest of the show.
Oh my gosh, I gotta go watch it. I love how unique your voice is and how you're not afraid to use it. A lot of people, especially, if they haven't had like professional voice training, are kind of like scared and they hold back a little, but you didn't hold back at all and you just let it fly. And you know what? It was fantastic. Like crazy, amazing training to sound like everyone else. I mean, it definitely doesn't hurt and it'll help you sing so that, you can do it for large amounts of time and not yourself. But I think that the uniqueness about your voice is what makes you you, and it's so fantastic. I really love it. I think one thing that I did want to note though, are you sitting down right now? Okay, yeah. So
For shame, I know.
So that would be like the one thing and the first thing that really anyone would say. And obviously it's one of those things that are kind of just happening now because we're doing it via online rather than like everyone being there in person. But I definitely think standing up will just even make it more of like a powerhouse type of song. It'll just help with the breath and everything. And that was actually one of the things that I thought you did really, really well. I didn't hear a lot of shallow breathing. You really took the time to make sure that you got those deep breaths, which is why I think it was ringing as wonderful as it was. That's like usually
in AMDA, even if you're not a musical theater person, they do train you how to breathe properly because we do classic vocal and dialects classes, which dialects and voice are my specialty when speaking. I can do like 13 different dialects, and you have to learn how to breathe properly to be able to do all of them.
Okay, yeah, so that makes perfect sense. Your breath support was really, really fantastic. I don't have too much to say, really. I thought it was lovely. I really enjoyed it. I'm a Gabriella.
Oh my gosh. So first of all, can we geek about Rachel Bloom for a second? Because she's literally everything. She went to Cap 21. She went to my college. So like when Crazy Ex-Girlfriend got like picked up, everyone at the school was like, oh my gosh, like she did it. We knew she could do it. So like I am there with you. She is such a queen. And you sound like Donna. You sound like her. You need to go, because get this. She was in like Sweeney Todd, the Patti LuPone revival. She was in like something else that I was like, what? You were in that? You should look up everything she's done and go like, or literally email her, slide in her DMs. She is apparently the kindest person. I personally have never talked to her, but I've had friends who like have reached out to her and just asking her things, and she is so incredibly kind. And so maybe just like send her a message, and Rachel too, like let them know how awesome you think they are, but also like ask Dawn and be like, what do you sing? Like, what did you sing when you were my age? Because I think that she's an awesome person for you to follow. I loved the way you performed that. It reminded me, do you know Spam-A-Lot, Lady of the Lake?
Spam-A-Lot.
My part. This song kind of reminds me of that, like in like the orchestration of it. And you delivered it so perfectly, where you had a clear scene partner to the side, and it was still enough where it wasn't distracted by everything. Like the words are enough. And that's what's so awesome about comedy is like, all you have to do is just say the words that are already there and like put an intention behind it, put a feeling behind it, make it so specific, and it's easy. And you are a very naturally gifted singer, I should say. And I think, yes, that is so rare. It's so rare to be able to relax into your own personal brand of comedy. I would love to hear like the end of the song, because now you're standing up, and I had the same thought as Alexa, where just like those bigger notes, I want to see what would happen if you literally just like bent when you sang these bigger notes. Casey Levy does this. It's like her little trick. Like she apparently goes like when she's practicing like high notes belting, she'll be like, let the storm rage on, like, and just like throws her head forward, and it just works. Seriously, steal this. It works. Like when he sees me, when he opens up the door, like just when it could not come out, just like head bang it out. I'm not gonna like really make you do that right now, but essentially just like face your fears, like a strong plie where you like literally feel like your glutes, your booty muscles like actually like work, like, you know what I mean? So I want to go back in time, Alexa, to go back to, okay, cool. I want to like, I guess like before the bridge, like before the like key, like before the key change.
So the children are the future part?
I think so, yeah. Okay. And I want to see what would happen if you like the higher notes, if you bent or did something with your body, a plie, like bending, or you can do the Casey Levy thing, just to see.
I have a table in front of me, so I'm not gonna headbang, because I will give myself a concussion.
Yes, something like that. And then I also want to see what would happen. Oh, there's this one part. I don't want to butcher it though, where I just want to see if it'd be easier if you stayed in the same vowel configuration. I think, oh man, it was like the last part, like when it gets higher, just make it easier for yourself. Everyone makes singing way harder than it needs to be. All you have to do is like use 15% of your voice or less. And like, that's it. And the hardest thing is learning how to use this much of your voice rather than this much. But going off of that, I just want to see if you can make it easier by just like kind of cheating some of the vowels, by like kind of closing, I guess closing the jaw a little more. So it's like, face your fears instead of face your fears. And both are great, but I just want to see if that would help with anything, just making it easier, like just containing the vowels a little more. And I guess, yeah, I don't want to say like tension.
I know what Gabriella's trying to say. So a lot of the time when we're belting like a high note, we think we need to like open up to the gods, when it might actually be the reverse, that makes it a bit harder because sometimes the more closed you are, the more resonance it has, like the more to go like boing and just like go out as opposed to just like So yeah, there are a couple places where I think you were trying to like really open up that I think it would actually be more beneficial if you just kind of closed it. Thinking about just being open here, being more open back here, if that makes sense.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yes, like if you just go like this with me really quick. Yee.
Yee.
That buzz, like that forward motion, yee, like right there.
Yeah.
I want you to like rely on that like resonance because I don't actually need to move my mouth that much. When he sees me, like it's way easier. It's like if it's a garden hose and you turn the water on, and you know the water out like normal, and then if you put your thumb over it, then the water flies out faster. So it's just like basically smaller spaces are more resonant. So it's like less effort for bigger sound. So yeah, just see. I think you know exactly what we're talking about. So it's just like a tiny thing. Let's go from that one place that you found to the end. Let's see what happens.
That's a little. Sorry, I'm trying to find them.
You're good. And yeah.
God dang it. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to find them.
You're all good.
Yeah, and even if you find a spot that's close to there, like it doesn't have to be that spot. Just wherever is easy for you to jump in.
Face your fears, run with scissors, 'cause you can fly, 'cause you can fly, out of the window. I have a little things, believe in yourself, face your fears, 'cause the children of the future. Follow your dreams.
Yes. Yay.
Here at the side, play in the street. If you're scared of peace, get started. Reach for the stars. Lift your fears. Face your fears. Join the Marines. You are amazing. What's back to prize? Out of school. Oh, you
Yay!
Wait, inhale, exhale, give yourself a nice big deep breath in and out. You just did that. Oh my gosh, you are so funny. You are so funny. Oh my gosh, how did that feel when you were like leaning into the ground the moments you did that? Did it make it, it's okay if like you weren't even thinking about it because we gave you luck.
It made it feel more natural, and it actually really did help the notes feel a lot easier to reach.
I think so too. It sounded more locked in. And I just was having a blast watching you. This is your song. This is your comedy song for when you go in for musicals that require this. Oh my gosh, like so good. Thank you for sharing your voice with us, Rebecca. Oh my God.
Thank you.
Crazy Ex-Girlfriend into a stage musical so you can be either one of those lady parts. You'd be amazing. You'd be amazing.
Again, my dream, meet Rachel Bloom, explode from happiness.
Let us know your beautiful voice again.
Huh?
Oh, let us know any and all platforms you'd like to shout out.
Well, I am on TikTok at it's just at Ribera Bonbon. Sorry, my Instagram is the one that has the underscore in it. I am on Instagram. I do a lot of autism content, occasionally musical theater. And then in October, I will be releasing a free film on YouTube that I'm also starring in about being a girl on the autism spectrum disorder. To give girls representation. It'll be called A Simple Date. I'll be shouting that out on my TikTok and my Instagram as well as we move on.
That sounds incredible. I need to see that as soon as possible. Slide in my DM for that, seriously.
I will. I actually wrote it and I'm like producing it and everything. And I'm starring in it.
Incredible. Wow.
Thank you.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much again for being here with us. Okay, and last but certainly not least, we have Jaden Levine, who I'm going to be unmuting right now. Hi, Jaden.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Should I like introduce myself? Okay. Cool. I'm Jaden. I'm 19. I'm in Chicago right now. I'm from Chicago, and I didn't even know that.
Like
that's so cool.
Wait, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm in Logan Square. Where are you at?
I'm in the suburbs right now. I'm in Northbrook right now.
That's crazy. I grew up in Geneva. That's crazy.
Really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Small world. Sorry to interrupt. Midwest.
I go to Ithaca College. I'm gonna be a sophomore. I'm a Bachelor of Music major with an outside field in theater arts management. So like kind of like a minor. Okay, so I'm gonna be singing If Ever I Would Leave You from Camelot. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do a sound check. Let's see if this works.
Sounds good. Do you have your original sound on?
Yes. Does it work now?
Yeah. Hey.
Is that good? Okay. It paused.
You're good. You're good.
It's not loud. Okay, wait, 1 second. Okay, we're good, we're good. If ever I would leave you, it wouldn't be in summer. Seeing you in summer, I never would go. Your hair streaked with sunlight, your lips red as flame, your face with a luster that puts gold to shame. If ever I would leave you, it couldn't be in autumn, knowing how in autumn I never would know. I'd see how you sparkle when vomits the air. I know you in autumn, and I must be there. And could I leave you running merrily through the snow, or on a wintry evening when you catch the fire's glow? But if I'd ever leave you, how could it be in springtime, knowing how in spring I'm bewitched by you so? summer, winter, or fall. No, never would I leave you at all. And could I leave you running merrily through the snow, or on a wintry evening when you catch the fire's glow? If ever I would leave you, how could it be in springtime, knowing how in spring I'm bewitched by you so? No, no, not in springtime, summer, winter, or fall. No, never would I leave you at all.
Oh my gosh. Yes, silent cheers. Jaden, you were literally bringing me to tears. I love that song so much. And you
Thank
sing it
you.
so wonderfully. I mean, so for anyone who doesn't know, would you be able to give us a little bit of a synopsis? What exactly is going on here in this song?
Yeah, so there are a lot of things that are like happening like in the musical. Like before this, there's King George and Princess Guinevere, and they run off, and there are a lot of things that are happening, and they're in love and they're married, and I come in and I'm Prince Lancelot, and I fall madly in love with Princess Guinevere, and it's this forbidden love because we both know that we can never love each other because Guinevere has to marry Prince George, and I'm just like looking at her and I'm madly in love, and I know that that could never happen, but I'm obviously still so in love, and she's in love too. So yeah, it's just like reminiscing on like on how I could never leave her, and I'll probably always be in her life, but not as a love interest, which is sad. But yeah.
Oh my gosh, the song breaks my heart, and it's so beautiful. So
Yeah.
obviously the first thing I wanted to say is your voice is fantastic. I mean, the training is there. It is so vibrant and free and just so well supported. It sounds so good. I think that now that you have all that technique down, you can almost kind of, I don't want to say let go of it a little bit because it's still there. I think that now you can find the freedom to dive into more of the story of the song and into really all of that and what's happening there. And I think that in doing that, you can think about more of like an arc for the song, because I felt like it was really nice. I felt like it was kind of almost on the same plane the whole time a little bit. I think you can find places to maybe, hold back a little bit and then let it grow, and then, find different ways to kind of convey what he's trying to tell, because it is also a little bit repetitive. Really beautiful. And I mean, you had my entire heart just standing there singing like you did, but I think taking it to the next level, I would really love to see you kind of dive more into. There's also so much beautiful imagery in it that I think you can kind of create for us, so you're not only telling the story, but you're really kind of like putting us into all these different beautiful places in springtime and fall with the leaves, or what all these different things are. So technically it was technically speaking, with all the vocals and stuff, it was amazing. So I'm gonna pass it along to Gabby if she wants to say more about like story and things like that.
Literally same mind, Alexa. I had the same, like the technique is there. Beautiful work. Oh my gosh. The next step would be elevating the words. And I like to call it like adding levels to a song, especially older, like golden age songs like this. They're beautiful, they're classic, they're essential to musical theater and musical theater history and songwriting. And The one flaw about them is, yeah, it's very repetitive where it's like verse, chorus, verse, or just like verse, 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 chorus, or like a million verses. But the reason why they're still amazing and why they're the best things to sing, to work on, to help elevate our craft is that we need to make each verse different, or like start level 1, then level 2, then level 3. But it's really up to like your interpretation. But for this song, and especially hearing that backstory, I mean, he's watching this girl be with someone else, yeah?
Yeah.
And he's just settling like, I will never have that. And what are the words? He's like, he's basically like, if I had you, I would never leave you. Even in like the most like, because he starts with summer, and then he kind of stays on spring for a little bit, right? Like what are the seasons? Does he talk about all the seasons, or is it just spring and summer?
Yeah, I think he starts with summer, and then he goes to autumn, and then winter, and then he's like, yeah, and springtime. So yeah, he does all the seasons.
On springtime? What season does he end on?
Springtime.
Okay, and what is that sentence? Like, what's the lyric?
If ever I would leave you, how could it be in springtime? Knowing how in spring I'm bewitched by you so.
Ooh. And can you read the other sentences that have to do with the season? So there's that one. Can you read winter?
Yeah. And could I leave you running merrily through the snow, or on a wintry evening when you catch the fire's glow? That's winter. And then
okay. Fall.
I know you in autumn, you must be there. And could I, wait, there's one, how could I leave you in autumn? I never would know. I've seen you sparkle when fall nips the air.
Ooh, okay, and then what's summer?
And then, seeing you in summer, I never would go. Your hair streaked with sunlight, your lips red as flame. Your face with the luster that puts gold to shame.
Wow. Okay, so that one's like by far the most beautiful one. And we start with that one, yeah? Like that's like the first thing you say. It's interesting to me that we end on spring, and like all the other ones are about like the way she looks. And then this one is, it's you. Like you say, because I'm bewitched by you so. And so like, each time we talk about a season, it's like, yeah, it's like level 1, summer, level 2, level 3, then level 4. And so like with these verses, I would want this song to start off more quiet. Like ultimately like a giant crescendo is what this song is, because it's you observing this girl kind of, you know, like, I wish I could be with her. I can't. And then like you think about it more, and then it snowballs and it becomes a bigger snowball, where then it becomes more about like, not like, oh, she's so beautiful. It's like, I love this. She's so beautiful, and I love this girl, and I can't be with her, even though I would never leave her, even in the most beautiful time of the year, the worst time of the year, like I would never leave her side. And so I would just want to hear that. And honestly, like it's a really small adjustment, just giving yourself starting from a smaller place, and then saving the bigness for the end, because the end is like a big, like, not cry for help, but I guess, yeah, like cry for help, like, I love this girl. But I want us to have somewhere to go. But we're not going to go back and do the whole song with all the verses, because that would take a long time. But I want to hear the beginning, like the first verse. And I want to see how quiet you can be. I want you to think about who you are. Who are you? And I want you to find a point. If there's like a picture on the wall you can look at, like if there's like a literal like picture of a person who can be the scene partner for you, or just look on the wall, a specific spot. I want you to do the beginning of the song like you're observing the love of your life making out with, I don't know, high stakes, your worst enemy. When we are acting through the song, excavating the song, everything needs to be high stakes. And like, obviously that is a very high stakes situation in the musical. But like kind of taking us out of it right now, like kind of mixing and matching, like just out of context and still using that story. Yeah, I want to go to the beginning, and Jaden, I'm sure you know how this feels as a human being who has feelings and has had a crush at one time in your life, I'm assuming. It's agonizing. It's agonizing being like, I would make you so happy and you just do not see, or I don't have the guts, like whatever that is. I want you to, in a very human way, put yourself in that circumstance while also being Lancelot. And I want you to say like the beginning of the song, but she's right there, so like she could hear you. So I want you to say it so quietly, but like we need to be able to hear still. So still like projecting, being resonant so we can hear using that technique. But the quality, I want like piano, like she could hear and you're like observing. It's kind of like the Sweeney Todd moment and like Joanna, I'll steal you, Joanna. He's literally next to her window. She could hear him the whole time. That's why he's singing this big the whole time. Sing this big and see what happens. I guarantee we're all going to be on the edge of our seats. Just like, let's go up until the end of the first verse.
Okay, cool. So like summer, and then, so like summer.
Yeah, it starts with, so starting with that summer one, I want it to be like I want it to feel as big as like the last one about spring you do, but it has to be that big because we need somewhere to go. And we're not, we'll just go to the first verse, the end of the first verse. The emotion is this big, the sound is this big, and be careful because she could hear you, and then she might think you're a creeper, and then she'll never fall in love with you. Let's see what happens.
The speaker disconnected.
Oh no.
Okay, I got it. I'm just gonna do without the speaker. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be, you're good. Big breath before you say
I would leave you. How could it be in summer? Seeing you in summer, I never would go. Your hair streaked with sunlight, your lips red as flame, your face with a luster that puts gold to shame. But if I'd never leave you, how could it be in autumn? How I leave in autumn, I never would know. I've seen how you sparkle when fall nips the air. I know you in autumn, and I must be there.
nice. Give it a pause. Nice, nice, nice. That was beautiful. How did that feel?
That was perfect. I totally get what you're saying with I do tend to like do like the same like emotion like the whole song and just like starting out like super big. So I love like channeling in the energy. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it just everything, you have permission for everything to be this big because guess what? The audience, if it's this big at the beginning, they already have the whole story. But if you start this big, they're wondering, oh my gosh, what is he feeling? They lean in, they listen more. And that's why like stillness is everything, like trying not to move your body when you sing, which you're really good at. It just has the audience lean in even more. We don't have time to keep going on this, but when you keep working on this, I would challenge you to literally try to whisper sing the whole first and then like first and a half verse. Like where it's like falsetto, like you're carrying that falsetto down really quiet. It's like literally right here in your hand, like you're singing to a baby bird, like you're trying to like nurse this baby bird back to health with your like beautiful, super quiet 15% falsetto. That would be like the next thing, is like starting literally like that big, and then when it grows, it's just the payoff is so worth it. It's so worth it. Like we could work on this song for like weeks and in sessions and sessions and sessions, because there's so much there. It's the ultimate love song. I hope you use this for auditions.
Yeah.
Good. You must like either the end or the first verse. Yeah, even like the first and second verse, but like this is a great song for you. Fantastic work. Yeah, just keep working on the smallness. It's so weird. We don't think that we have permission to be small as performers, but we absolutely do.
Right.
Great job, Jaden.
Yeah.
Jaden, please let us know, where can we hear your beautiful voice again?
I mean, you can follow me on Instagram. It's literally just my name, Jaden Levine, and I haven't posted any singing videos on TikTok, but I'm going to, because why not? It's Jaden.Asher, Asher. That's my middle name. But yeah.
Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you.
Yay! Okay, and now, of course, we need a huge silent round of applause for our Broadway guest star, Gabriella. Thank you so much for taking time to do this the absolute world, and we all admire you so much and just appreciate you being here with us today. Please let us know anything that you're involved with. If you do teachings, I'm sure a lot of people would love to schedule lessons.
Yes. I am a voice teacher. I do like kind of technique stuff, what you just saw, acting stuff, life coaching, career coaching, but everything under the sun. I'm a huge musical theater nerd, and please let me help you. I am taking new students now, since it's like the school year. So hit me up. You can email me, slide in my DMs on Instagram. I'm really bad at checking my messages. So like, please double message me, and like not too much, but like if it's like been like a week, message me again and I will respond to you. And then today, I'm doing a 15-minute slot for the Actors Fund on Rising Talent Mag Instagram, and it's on my story. I'm gonna be singing When He Sees Me, feeling a little sick. So like, if you watch and I crack, then like, don't be mean to me. And yeah, I'm here in Chicago. So if anyone is in the Chicago area, and also, I mean, COVID permitting, is interested in lessons or anything, hit me up and I would be interested in that too, but have to check the guidelines. But yeah, otherwise I'm here. Hopefully we'll be in something soon. Thank y'all so much for having me. This was so lovely. Alexa, thank you so much for like, this finally worked out. I'm so thankful this happened. And Rebecca, Jaden, and where'd she go?
Oh, Onallee had to leave.
Onallee and Emma, I will hear you sing someday. Thank you so much for sharing your voices. Truly made my day. I'm so inspired by y'all. Like, what a fantastic way to start a Saturday. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Thank you for being here. Alrighty, so that just about concludes the masterclass part of this masterclass. Now what's going to happen is we're going to do a musical theater Kahoot. So for those of you, picture, right, people are reminding me, picture. Okay, wait, but Gabby, before you leave, we need a picture. Okay, and everyone else, so now this is the time. Make sure you fix your hair, put on lipstick, whatever you want. We're going to take some pictures before we leave. Okay, first I'm just going to get one with Gabby so I can complete my fangirling. Okay, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yay! Okay, now we're gonna get some with everyone else. Here we go. Everyone, I'll put these on my Instagram, by the way. Okay, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, and the next page. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and do we have anyone on the third page? Yes, we do. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So exciting. Okay, good. We have the pictures. Now we can move on to the Kahoot. So for anyone who doesn't know, Zoom is actually pretty expensive. It's $15 a month just so that I can have Zooms that are more than 40 minutes. And then it's an additional $60 so that I could have more than 100 people on the Zooms. So that's like $75 a month. And like I said, these Zoom masterclasses are free. So the way that we keep them going is by a lot of really amazing donations from viewers and people who just really appreciate the classes and would like to keep it going, because I am a poor college student and want to, of course, keep these going, but the help is very much appreciated. So Emma Burton right here, she wants to give a lovely wave, help donate. Brandon donated. Oh my gosh, Miranda donated. A lot of amazing people donated. I'm just saying their names because if you donate more than $20, you and me have a Zoom video call. But these amazing people who I just named donated and said that they just wanted to pass their video onto someone else, or to someone else who maybe couldn't necessarily afford it. So by doing these cahoots, we find out who wins the free video chat. Yeah, so if you guys do want to help donate to the Zooms, my Venmo's just Alexa-Chalnick. My PayPal's, I think it's, you could probably just look up Alexa-Chalnick, or it's also my email. Also, right by clicking my link tree, you click my link tree, which is in the bio of my Instagram and my TikTok, and it literally says, like, help donate to Sing for Alexa Saturday. Even just $1, $2, it all really, really helps to keep these going. Alrighty, so I'm now going to share my screen. Please make your username the username that you use on TikTok so that I can just really easily kind of access it that way. Okay, here we go. I'm going to share my screen. Alrighty, now it is time to announce who won the giveaway, and the answer is the TikTok account of Lauren.rose0214. So Lauren, if you're on here, congrats. I also told everyone I'd be posting it at 3:30 and it's 3:31, so I'm actually gonna run and make sure that I post that, because then I'm also teaching a lesson at 3:40. But anyway, some like last minute announcements. Well, first, just thank you so much to everyone for being here, for playing, for supporting, for donating. If you have gone and donated, please do, because that's kind of what's keeping these things going. I really appreciate it. Big shout out to Emma, who's here, even though she's not feeling super well. We're all here and supporting you and praying that, you know, you'll get better soon, and we love you so much. If you want to buy some of the amazing merch that I have, everything's on my link tree. If you want to schedule a lesson where you and me can literally just sit, it could be a meet and greet, it could be a piano lesson, it could be some life coaching, whatever you want. It could just be to say hi. I do personal lessons. I'm on Cameo. My P.O. box is open if you want to send me something. Yeah, and I just love you guys so much. I love you all. Okay, I'm sorry to let you know I really have got to go. Drink water or tea so you're not sick. I love you. Love, Alexa-Chalnick. I would say same time next week, same day next week. The time always kind of fluctuates a little bit, but if you're still really interested in applying, all the information is on, it's on the caption of each of the Sing for Alexa Saturday videos that I post. It's also on my website. I've also made a video about it. You might have to kind of scroll down, but it says like audition for Sing for Alexa Saturday. Yeah, but just thank you all so much for supporting. I love you too, and I love you everyone who sent me really sweet comments. I love you all, and yeah, just keep staying safe. Stay safe, stay strong, stay singing. Also check out my YouTube videos, and I just love you all so much. Mwah! Alrighty, goodbye guys, bye.